People under one thought. It's time for change, it's time we voted PEP. Come on, let me fix it, we go fix it. Build a better TNT. Build a we go fix it. Because we voting PEP.
Philip will fix it.
Vote PEP.
Once again, I had to start it the same way. If that alone don't make you want to vote for the Progressive Empowerment Party, I get a call already. What's this? If that alone doesn't make you want to vote for the Progressive Empowerment Party Trinidad and Tobago, I don't know what is or what will. But maybe our conversation tonight, again, because we have a lot to talk about. Precious and myself as Women's Arm Chairman and Youth Arm Chairman, we were on the ground to find out, really, what is next. Precious, how are you tonight?
I am doing well, David.
Oh, God, everybody getting calls.
To all our viewers, it is a pleasure to be back on tonight. Lovely Sunday evening. You know, and we covered a lot today.
Too much.
A lot today we covered.
We covered too much.
Yes.
So, good night to all of you on our social media pages. Those of you that will be joining us now on TikTok, because we're streaming live on TikTok at this very moment, as well as the Progressive Empowerment Party's Facebook page and Philip Edward Alexander's page as well. You know, we love this show so much, and we love the job that we do so much that we had to do it another time, especially this Sunday, all right? So, happy Sunday to all of you. I feel like it's agro-processing Sunday, because the conversation today, the talk today, is all about food security and making food security a matter of national security. That's, again, the Progressive Empowerment Party's manifesto and plan. So for those of you that don't know, today, myself and Precious, even the political leader of the Progressive Empowerment Party, we were all at this event. Precious, tell us the name of the event again, because I keep forgetting.
It was the Agro Investment Expo 2022.
Nice. So this is the event that myself and Precious went to, and I got lettuce. You know, I walked away with lettuce.
Yes,
so I'm pretty happy about that. So this is the event that we went to. We learned a lot today at this event. Yeah, a lot today we learned at this event. We also learned that the government, well, we knew this from a very long time, that the government of Trinidad and Tobago, they have not invested enough or at all in local. And we're not going to do the normal thing that the opposition is doing, because it was an opposition protest outside of the Queen's Park Savannah, outside this agro event. What's the name of it again? The Agro
Investment
Expo, right? Let me try and remember that, the Agro Investment Expo. And I keep forgetting because I have to remember a lot tonight. But there was a protest outside of the Savannah talking about, you know, government is not investing enough in agriculture, in local, and in stuff like that. We tired hearing it, you know? It's something that we always hear about, that government not investing in local, government not investing in local. But what are you doing about it? What are we going to do about it? Because we are the real opposition once again, and we have a slate of persons, including Precious and myself, that action on things and not just talk about it. So one of the things that we decided to do, even the political leader, Philip Edward Alexander, we journeyed to the Queen's Park Savannah to speak specifically with people who have booths, who were showcasing what they have and stuff like that. This is us. Well, a guy took this picture for us, and he was so excited to meet with the Progressive Empowerment Party. There was a lady.
Indeed.
Yeah, there was a lady as well, and she was so interested in what we had to say, and she was so amazed to see that we were actually there, and we actually wanted to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so amazing to know that there are people that are following, and we just went out there and we wanted to learn more about what local is providing. Precious.
Exactly.
You know, we put together a catalog. We want to bring something to your attention, and Precious went back to the budget, and I love that. Precious.
Right.
Precious.
Go back to the information given.
Precious went back to the budget to bring up some very, very crucial information that many of you would have forgotten about, but us saying the Progressive Empowerment Party, we want to remind you about things that are taking place in Trinidad and Tobago, especially when it comes to local. So, Precious,
Yes.
tell us what you would have gone back and you would have discovered from the budget 2020 into 2021.
Now, the thing is, when we were speaking to the young lady, well, not so young, David, at the expo, she was basically telling us, she was being real and honest with us, that the agriculture sector is not where it's supposed to be. And to know that billions have been invested in this sector and it's still not where it's supposed to be in terms of allowing farmers to be innovative and supporting farmers with their innovation is very, very disappointing, seeing that we came out of a pandemic, and during the pandemic, it was stated that more emphasis will be placed on growing our own produce locally. And still to this day, 2022, you are hearing farmers, you are hearing persons, business people who are within this agriculture sector speak like this. It's very, very disappointing. However, with the information that we have at hand, we are going to educate the public exactly what are some promises and what are some things that has been said so far, and some things that we're just not seeing happening. It's just a pack of words like cards, just a pack of cards. It's just there, you put it in the box, you just throw back those ideas, everything in the box, and pack it up. That's it. But in the 2020 and 2021 budget, it was stated that the availability of oil and gas, because of the oil and gas sector, we were able to have an import bill of $40 billion per year in the food sector. Now, just to have a high import bill like that, it's ridiculous. We should have been investing more in our local agriculture businesses than having such a high import bill every single year. Look at that lettuce. If Trinidad could see, look at that lettuce made locally, produced locally, set up locally. This is what we should be investing in. But 40 billion every year. And where's our oil and gas sector now? No more. No more.
Exactly. We
If you didn't
invested.
hear me, if you
No.
was closing your fridge
Uh-huh.
door and you didn't hear me, our oil and gas sector is no more.
It is no more. And you see, we have
It is no
invested,
more.
or so called, we have invested
Exactly, because it's
billions.
mismanagement. Yes,
Exactly. They said that we have
exactly so.
invested billions in agriculture. We have a Maruga agro-processing and light industrial park that is sitting and doing
Tell
absolutely
me.
nothing. But Precious went back to the budget. Let me open up that chat there now, Precious, because Jesus, the
Yes,
things that
yes.
Precious revealed there to me on WhatsApp, and she went back to the budget and she hear this. They made available resources from the oil and gas sector, and that was supposed to go to and here let me read it properly. Available resources from the billion-dollar oil and gas sector was allowing the government to meet demands for food through imports with a value of $4 billion per year. All right. The government stated that they
Mm-hmm.
have already made the decision to make agriculture a tax-free industry. At this
Tell
moment,
me
you
this
tell me if
thing,
that is tax-free. You think agriculture is tax-free today? Also,
David.
they established a $500 million agriculture stimulus that was decreased to $300 million for
Mm-hmm.
agriculture. Precious, they were supposed to be allocating monies to farmers in the tune of millions of dollars. Precious asked the question today, and they were offering one-off grants to the tune of $100,000 to successful and approved agriculture producers. I want to
Yes.
find out today how many persons, how many farmers in Trinidad and Tobago collected that one-off grant of $100,000 from this People's National Movement. From the People's
Tell
National
me.
Movement. Tell me, how many people collected that $100,000 package or grant that this government was
Yes.
offering to
So if they can
invest
call
in
in,
local, because they're not investing in
that's right. But
local.
if they can call in and state that they have received this grant, that they were successful in receiving that $100,000 grant, please call
But it's
in
all
and
the
let
money.
us
The
know.
fact is, they're spending all this money as far as what they say on agriculture. We have no procurement in this country, no
None.
regulator, because the people that are supposed to be regulating government spending, they went to pass procurement law inside of the parliament and they try to cut it up and all kind of thing like that. You know what I'm talking about now? We know
Yes,
the little charades that is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. But we say we're spending millions of dollars on agriculture. And where's that money going? Because today, when we went down there to the Queen's Park Savannah to look at booths and stalls and look at vintage equipment and stuff like that, the people that we spoke to in private, because they can't say it out loud to every single individual, but the people that we spoke to in private, they are saying that it is because of little to no investment by the government of Trinidad and Tobago that they don't really have anything. People complaining that
you
Guyana
don't
receiving everything and Trinidad not getting anything. We investing in
anything.
agro-processing in Guyana while we have an
Exactly.
agro-processing plant here that is doing absolutely nothing. All of the real opposition again is the Progressive Empowerment Party because
That's right. And let's not forget, David, when we spoke to the UE student that is currently pursuing his PhD, that the largest investment that they have ever done in terms of research and development in
it's
agriculture and
11,000.
engineering was $11,000. And how long was that?
11,000. A
How
UE
long was
student, and
that?
bear in mind he's doing his PhD. He just collected his
Yes,
masters. He's a young guy and he's doing his PhDs today, Trinidad and Tobago. It tells me
that's right.
that we have the resources in this country to really invest in local. Let me tell people something. When we in the Progressive Empowerment Party say invest in local, we're not just talking about farming. We are talking about research in Trinidad and Tobago. We are talking about
Yes,
development in Trinidad and Tobago, talent in Trinidad
correct.
and Tobago, entrepreneurship in Trinidad and Tobago. These are things that we have not and yet to invest in. And the reason being is because of these politicians who rather thief Trinidad and Tobago money. But here's the thing. Um, both myself and Precious, we would have spoken to the UE researcher there, and I urge people to go down to these events that are true, and it's a CARICOM event. Go down to these events and just speak to the people and speak to the various of sectors and NGOs and everybody
That's
in
right.
Trinidad and hear what their problems are and see how best we can assist, because that's what we want to do.
That's
We
right.
want to assist. Before I move on to the because I wanted to tell people about the entrepreneurship. Let me just bring this back up, right? Because
Yes.
the Progressive Empowerment Party, again, Philip Edward Alexander and the PEP, we opening. Can I say that? Yeah, I think I could say that in down there in but
I think we can. I think.
you think we can say it because the
I think.
progress.
Oh, we want to keep it until.
I don't know if we can say it. I don't know if the leader, Philip, is allowing us to say it. But we are doing something. I'll say that. We are doing something about
Yes,
agriculture at a
that's
particular
right.
office in Trinidad and Tobago so that we could help local farmers.
Yes,
Because we're not going to be buying produce from international and selling it back to local at very expensive,
that's
exorbitant
right.
costs. We're going to look at local and really invest in local. That is what we want to do. And that is what is needed in Trinidad and Tobago. But everybody keep talking, but the only people actioning, look, they want to protest. Hear me again, eh? The opposition forces and them, the secondary opposition, because the primary opposition is us here in the Progressive Empowerment Party. The
That's right.
secondary opposition going to protest outside of the event that takes place down there in, or that is still taking place down there at the Queen's Park Savannah, right?
Yes,
Instead of doing that, don't you think it would have been more profitable to the entire country to go and make alliances with these people, these various sectors that were inside? Because you remember the lady that we spoke to, she spoke about it, that she said they protest outside. Don't you think it would have
that's
been
right.
better to make alliances and try to come up with a solution, because you are literally the opposition inside the parliament?
Correct.
These are things that we will do. We want to have that level of consultation with with NGOs, with various of sectors in
Correct.
Trinidad and Tobago,
Exactly.
and bring them at a
Exactly.
round table discussion to see how we can fix this issue together. Because it's that
That's
we
right.
need togetherness in Trinidad and Tobago. But instead, what they do is they protest outside, cause media attention, and then what? What's gonna happen
And
next?
then what?
The people lives are
Exactly.
still gonna be the same. They still
So
showed
in
up
the
at
same
their
way.
exhibition today.
Thank you.
They
And the
still
thing
showed
is,
up.
the most important thing is to improve the standard of living for the
Exactly.
citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
Exactly.
It all comes down to the citizens. When they elect persons to sit in parliament, to debate, to ensure that everything goes right for the citizen, it's all up to them. It is them that we should put as priority always. What would help the citizen to live a better, comfortable life?
I agree there.
And if
Totally.
that is not the main thing, then something is definitely, definitely wrong.
But think about the billions that Trinidad could be saving from the food import bill that they say they want to work on. They want to work on the food import bill, but doing
Yes, so
absolutely
correct.
nothing about the food import bill. So we have to do it for ourselves. So today, Trinidad and Tobago, on behalf of the Progressive Empowerment Party, once again, on behalf of the women's arm and also the youth arm of the Progressive Empowerment Party and all the arms to come of the Progressive Empowerment Party, we want to encourage you to really invest and support local. When you're buying
Yes,
produce,
correct.
don't go to the massy stores and the conglomerates to buy no kind of $20 sweet potato, or you know what I mean. Don't go there. Go to
Exactly.
a man at the side of the road that went and
Of the
pick or went,
road.
yeah, and buy it
I
there.
was just
Support
presently in
local.
Endeavour. Exactly. And I saw a young man selling a dragon fruit for
Mm-hmm.
$50. Not Marcy price, Not the
Hmm.
one they tried to correct, but they know it wasn't by error. The one on the side of the road, $50.
fifty
Support
dollars.
local.
Go and support him.
Support local.
You could, and once you start supporting local and you start, and I don't want to say the word boycotting it, but choosing, really and truly choosing country over these 1% families and friends of the People's National Movement and who are considered the conglomerates today. If you really go and you
Hmm.
choose local farmers, then you're putting these people out of business, and by putting these people out of business as well, cutting back on them buying these apples and grapes and buying up this and that and bringing in this and that, you're gonna significantly reduce our food import bill as well. And until you put the Progressive Empowerment Party in office to deal with it, we must at least contribute to fixing the problem. Start only buying produce by your local farmers. Go by these
That's right.
local tents. Yeah, and we know what the tents look like. Is these little shacks that are set up at the side of the road, and you see banana,
Hmm.
grapes, you see one set of nice cassava, everything there. Go there and purchase these produce. Look at this, the lettuce, and I keep showing you lettuce because I have a lettuce now. I got a lettuce, but look at this. This is produced locally. If you all saw this in real
Locally.
life, hey,
That's
if they
right.
saw it in real life, this looks amazing. Every single individual
Amazing.
that came to the expo was asking to get a lettuce to walk away with. And thankfully, we got one of the lettuce to walk away with. All right? This is amazing. Look, we walking away with the lettuce right there. Precious thing, get it. I got it.
And the
But
thing
say
is,
what?
they would come in and set up for you. They would come in and give you advice. They talked about the
Exactly.
solar system, right? And they were stating, they want to develop what they're doing to inform more young people and more young farmers who want to get into farming and
Mm-hmm.
agriculture. But they stated to bring in these things are just too costly. And you know
Yeah.
what the gentleman stated? If it makes sense, literally, if the price was reduced, it would be able and affordable to do such. So there's where
Correct.
the subsidy comes in, and there's where the tax-free industry, which was
Comes
stated
in.
by the government in the
Yes.
budget, comes in. You can't just say it's going to be a tax-free industry when you have farmers, when you have people in the agriculture sector saying that it is too much, it is pressure. We can't afford to do these things. We can't afford to produce the quantity we want to produce locally if we cannot get support from our own government. You can't tell me you're having a whole expo um, stating and showcasing agriculture and development and such. And then you have the same persons who are doing this expo complaining about what is not being done. It just does
Correct.
not work.
And
Then it's just
when
for
you say
show. It's
that,
just for
when
show.
correct, it's just for show. And I want to tell the people, because Precious made a crucial point there when she said that they will set this up for you. Let me tell you how much it costs to set this up. And it's not just, I just took a picture there of the lettuce, but it's a wider enclosed area.
Yes.
It's what kind of, it's like a tent. I can't really explain it.
A
But it's
greenhouse.
a
It was like a
greenhouse. Thank
greenhouse
you.
they did.
Yes, this is a greenhouse that they did. If you really want to invest in local and really produce local, they said that they will set up this greenhouse for you. Is it at a cost of 5,000 TT dollars he had mentioned at first? And because
Yes,
this is also powered by solar panel, if you want the solar
that's
power,
right.
it will just be like up to 20,000 TT dollars to set
Mm-hmm.
this
Yes,
thing, this greenhouse up. Now, I will employ people to take it, and I'll employ the government to look into doing that as well. If they take, hey, the $100,000 grant could have given 20 farmers, 20
thank
farmers,
you.
this greenhouse setup without the solar power. 20 farmers. And if they wanted to include the
20.
solar, just a little extra,
Yes,
man. Just a little extra. And it's
that's
giving
right.
20 farmers one greenhouse. And then when farmers grow and develop and they sell the produce and stuff like that, they build more. And it isn't it not gonna cost a lot to, well, you won't really need much staff and thing for this, because everything is kind of automatic and controlled automatically. But
That's
once you
right.
put down more greenhouses, you're gonna hire more people, which will in turn send the poverty rate, which
Yes,
skyrocketing up so today, down this way.
that's right. That's right. And we have food
Innovative thinking,
sustainability, right? We would
sustainability.
have what we want. But
But
if
we
if
don't
you
care.
don't help and assist, and if you just allow farmers to be going through this distress, then of course, what would happen?
Correct.
What would
And
really happen?
again, we making the plight again on behalf of the Progressive Empowerment Party for the government to literally take farming, our farmers, agriculture
That's
seriously.
right.
And I want to make the point again, the Progressive Empowerment Party, we are not like the others that would just go out with a placard and just protest about the matter. Because while we believe protesting
Yes,
is the right way to go and we will employ the citizens to come out and stand up for your rights, there comes a point in time where we believe that the government, they're hearing us, but they don't care. So we need to
that's
take that approach of doing it ourselves and fixing the issues and hoping that you see that we are working to fix the issues, and maybe you will come to your senses and say the only party that working for the people of Trinidad and Tobago is really the Progressive Empowerment Party. Because at
that's
this moment,
right.
I'm telling you, you see Precious, myself, Philip Edward Alexander, Satish Ramsaran Limma as deputy political leader, chairman of the Progressive Empowerment Party, Felicia Holder, the entire team. We have Akil Champs, who is running around fixing WASA leaks like all over the place.
That's
We
right.
have an entire North Hub team that conducting regional meetings all over the country. We are going to the people of Trinidad and Tobago each and every single day. And I'll also show you how we, the Progressive Empowerment Party, working for the people of this country. But let me just say that there are things that I really can't say right now as to what we're doing behind the scenes to really support local, because this idea we
That's
don't
right.
want them to thief, because we want to make sure that our farmers are protected, and we are going to try our
Yes,
best to protect our farmers, and you'll hear more from the political leader when it's time for that to happen. I just give all you a sneak peek. Philip, don't be upset with me. I give them a sneak peek as to what is coming, what we're doing in a certain community, a certain constituency,
that's
all right?
right. That's
And
right.
yeah,
Now,
do you think
David,
that?
before
Go
we
ahead.
move on to something else,
Uh-huh.
we have to talk about the topic of the. It was stated a rice parboiling plant in Cuba to be constructed in 2022.
Yeah.
Now, if anybody's seeing any parboil rice construction happening in Cuba, please notify us. We would
Please.
like to know if this project has started. Because, I mean, you can't state something and state that money is going into this and nothing is being done.
What's the name of it? A
Absolutely
rice what?
nothing.
A rice what in Cuba?
Rice parboiling plant.
A rice. Listen, don't forget the former agriculture minister Clarence Rambarat. When asked about planting rice in Trinidad, he said they would have to level every plain field in Trinidad and Tobago just to plant rice. But that's a nice question because in 2020 they mentioned that, and it's nowhere today. And it's also the
Nowhere
agro
today.
processing plant as well. $90 million spent, and look at agro processing in Trinidad. We go to
Thank
Guyana,
you
we go
very
to
much.
invest, and Precious will go into this because we spoke to a lady at the same event at the Queen's Park Savannah, and she said that she's been listening to Philip for a long time and she supports the Progressive Empowerment Party,
That's
and she
right.
also joined. That's what we want to employ people to do, join the Progressive Empowerment Party. And
Join, that's right.
she says that why go to Guyana and invest in agro processing there in Guyana and you don't know what your returns will be to Trinidad and
On your
Tobago
investment.
on your investment.
Tell me this thing. And you are hearing this from business people who
Mm-hmm.
are in the agriculture sector. And for her to make that statement, that means she is knowledgeable, that she spent time to research the information and seeing why invest. You're going blinded and just put the people hardworking taxpayers' dollars into
Right.
an investment without knowing the return on the investment. That
Correct.
is ridiculous.
It is completely
Ridiculous
and utterly
and madness to
ridiculous.
the highest level.
Totally
You
agree.
cannot, you cannot, you can't just do that. No consultation, nothing. This lady stood there and she stated that you don't know the return on your investment. So they too are not going to just put all and everything inside nothing within Guyana right now.
Hmm.
Because you have to wait, you have to see what would happen and what would occur. But
Correct.
Trinidad and Tobago, we are going to spend our hard-working taxpayer dollars to invest in an investment, but we do not know the return.
And that's in normal. That's what we consider normal in Trinidad, and that is what the procurement legislation that was passed by the People's National Movement allows them to do. Government to government transactions without the oversight of the procurement regulator, and that is
Mm-hmm.
what we need to fix as well. When we talk about repealing property tax, because that's an issue as well. When we talk about repealing that procurement legislation, a progressive empowerment party will do such. And all the others I want to talk about, they're doing it, they're doing it, they're doing it. What are they doing today about it? Absolutely
Well,
nothing. I told
exactly.
you, I told you the people of Trinidad and Tobago that the Progressive Empowerment Party is working every single day. Precious and I were on the road since when? About 11:30 a.m. this morning. We came
Yes,
off the road at
yes.
about, what, 5 or so? 5 p.m.?
About 5 o'clock, yes.
Right.
5:30.
I mean, it's not just one location. We went to Diego Martin, we went to Port of Spain, we also went to Chaguanas, and you're hearing all of that on the show today. But before I get to
Yes.
that, let me tell you that the Progressive Empowerment Party's the public meeting of the Progressive Empowerment Party was held in Sangre Chiquito, Sangre
Yes.
Grande, on Saturday at 4 to
Correct.
6 p.m. We held a meeting there, and we want to employ people. When you hear about these meetings, come down and just
Yes, come out
ask
and
your
show your
questions to
support.
Philip Alexander. I read a comment there because we are streaming live on social media, and I want to get the feedback from our social media audience. And there's someone that is saying we want them, like myself and you, because we're telling them to vote. We want them to vote for a man that if he's asked a question, he's gonna um argue with you for asking him a question. At each and every single public meeting that we have, you are allowed and you are employed to ask Mr. Alexander all of your questions, and not just Philip Edward
All of your
Alexander.
questions. That's right.
Exactly. And you're also you're also employed to ask the chairman, Felicia Holder, UTAM chairman, myself, Women's Arm chairman, Precious. You are employed to ask all of us questions, whether it's good, bad, or
That's right.
indifferent. And we are going to answer you because we recognize that we serve you. This right here
That's
is just
right.
a
We serve the people.
we serve the
Mm-hmm.
people of Trinidad and Tobago. So let me take you to last Saturday at the Progressive Empowerment Party public meeting or cottage meeting in Sangre Chiquito. This is Mr. Alexander's speech. Take a listen.
This is the only political party on January 18, 2017, launched with a 2-page manifesto that rocked this country to its foundation. 2 pages, 21 policies. Visit it on www.21policies.com and you'll realize that it is what the PNM and the UNC studying every day and every night. How to run the country. Look at here. 2 pages. Kamala and Keith. Which one y'all on? Do you know that they've just amended the local government, wherever the Municipal Corporation Act going to be and the local government? Do you know that they just amended to read a PEP policy? Do you know that Marvin Gonzalez stood up in the parliament and said that we know what we're doing? He didn't finish the sentence. We reading Philip policy. That WASA is going to be decentralized into what the hell is this? A man called me, he said, I hearing Rowley. He said, I hearing Rowley. I see Rowley lips moving, but there's your words coming out his mouth. He talking PEP agriculture policy. If we run in the country, if the PNM and the UNC so confused that they don't know what to do and all they find in policy to fix things is to come and look in www.21policies.com and Felicia Holder here and she could tell you, we jump out the gate with this knowledge. People look at this and say, if these things was the law, we would have passed through that pandemic sailing. People talking about smart TV, smart TV. That was our policy 7 years ago, to put the schools online. That the children needed supervision within the classroom, but one teacher. If you had the best teacher for arithmetic, teaching Fatima and Mokorapo, then all the children will get the same education, not so? If it's the same teacher teaching them on a nice big 65-inch screen, because that purchase at Price Mart right now is $7,000. That is 1 month of a teacher's salary. And I'm telling you this plain, that you could have fixed this, and you could have fixed this a long time ago. Keith Rowley and Irfan Ali and whoever coming to blow smoke up your ass, I want to tell you, food security was always national security, and you should have known better. You should have known that we had 90,000 acres of farmland when you was giving Paris and your partners and them 100 acres here and 100 acres there. When you was giving Rahal to build mall and to build road, John Rahal Boulevard, drives through Caroni land. When you was giving them to build fancy apartment, Shagwana's building. We live in a time, I tell the people, of a retail apocalypse, but Shagwana's trying to connect the Port of Spain one mall at a time. Watch it. Caroni land, all of them selling the same KFC bullshit. All. We could fix Trinidad and Tobago. Look, the Bible here. Look at here, kid. www.21policies.com. Have the decency to stand up in the parliament and say, thank you to the Progressive Empowerment Party for the leadership that has brought us to a place where we at least have an idea where we're trying to go. National security, security borders. Jacob tell you he know how the guns come in. He gave me the whole itinerary, the flight plan. Coming through Miami, then customs. Somehow customs get caught up in the thing and it coming through there. So Jacob, you can't put a police to stand up there. If you know you can't put a police, that is watchman rules. And if you know the hole in the fence, but watchman by the hole, Jacob outlined where the guns start and how it reach here. The only thing he says what he doing about it is either he's stupid, he can't read, or he part of a government that cannot interfere with it. And if the PNM and the UNC are beholding to people not elected into office but meeting in secret societies to determine how the country is run, then you, the voters, are being given a 6 for a 9. You're voting for people who are not the people in power. And the Progressive Empowerment Party, is telling you, put us in office, we will make corruption a capital crime. We will show you Procurement Act, my half read. Anyway, you don't need a Procurement Act. We had a proper policy. We had a proper tendering system. They just bypass it. As I tell you, the same way that Jacob's supposed to stand up and watch. We tell you, a public and transparent tenders process. We want 50 trucks for the fire services. Put out an ad. We want 50 trucks. These are the scope. These are the parameters. That's what we want. Let the whole world supply. Farrar and Thompson and all of them don't have to go and get people brand and come and say, we will represent them. Go straight to them. Go straight. If I want to buy a phone or a computer, I go in Apple. Why we in Trinidad and Tobago not dealing direct with Dennis and all these companies that making the actual fire engines? Why we have to go through third parties? Why? Ask these questions, Trinidad. Ask these questions. You've never had a government that has put the people first. But the Progressive Empowerment Party will end corruption. We will create an environment, a society with a playfield so level that Morva, Beetham, Lavatel, Sealots, Westmoreland, and Bayshore, and Valsane and Gulfview, those children all have the same access to the same prestige education, the same extracurricular. We will make sure, because it shouldn't be a country where one man could get so rich he could decide, you know what, I don't want nobody walking in the park across from me. See, madness, we've gotten to madness. I would like the job of undoing the madness. I would like the job of securing the borders, because Stuart Young and Dillon and Hines don't know how to do it. But I do. And we could.
Now, that there, Trinidad and Tobago, is the dynamic speech there by the political leader of the Progressive Empowerment Party, Philip Edward Alexander. And let me tell you, everything that he said there is 100% the truth. Everything. Am I lying, Precious? Hold on. Your mic is still off. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead. Am I telling the truth?
That's right.
Everything that he said there. Right. And that is why you need to come down to these meetings to hear it for yourself. We're not trying to demand that you vote for the Progressive Empowerment Party, you know. We are giving you the information, what you need. We're telling you the truth, and that is why the media will never put that on TV. They will never cover that. The reason why they will never cover it.
Yeah. Facts is important.
They don't want, the media will never put him on television.
Opinion, but we are giving them the facts. The clear facts are stated. We are telling you this is what is there. We're not buttering up anything. We're not fabricating anything. We're giving you the clear facts that you can see for your own self.
Correct. And they quite frankly wouldn't give us the opportunity to put it on television and really show the people of this country what is taking place in this.
Yes, correct.
So we have so much. Well, we actually have 1 hour to get through so much, because we did so much today from Sunday, but from actually Saturday into Sunday. We've done so much, Precious. We were on the ground. We were throughout communities. And one of the communities that we visited today, Trinidad and Tobago, was Chaguanas, Edinburgh 500. So, you know, we took a picture here and we said that keep calm, Trinidad and Tobago. You see this Edinburgh 500 structure development, whatever you want to call it, that is going up there, or that was left abandoned for umpteen amount of years. Keep calm, because when Chaguanas, 15 years.
15
Wow.
plus years. Because David, that project started in 2006, right? It stalled in 2011. 2006, the estimated amount was going to cost $140 million. Now, to look into repairing it and to try to bring it back is going to cost over $850 million. That is ridiculous. And let me tell you, the approval that was needed was from Tongue and Country, was from WASA, was from TNTech. No approvals were given.
Hmm.
Absolutely none. And we just have taxpayers' money spending, having scaffoldings up to do what?
Hmm. For real.
We have scaffoldings up there to do what? There is no fixing anything if there are no approvals given. What are we trying to fix?
Exactly. Now here's the thing,
It's
Precious.
unfixable.
Here's the thing. It's not just that there, no. Is HDC homes left abandoned as well for umpteen amount of years?
Tell me.
So
Tell me these things. While people suffering, while people are homeless, while people literally are waiting some response, those who have already submitted forms for homes and cannot get any, while those who can't even see their way in terms of affording anything else, they have to either sleep in their car or sleep in a shelter or sleep somewhere while you have empty homes where they are paying security to God.
and the people as always say they can't believe we don't know what we're talking about, or
Yeah,
UNC handling the problem. There's a UNC constituency, there's a PNM constituency, and we will never
mm-hmm.
change, we vote. But the thing is, Precious, we on the ground. Us, we on the
That's right.
ground. And we on the ground to show the people and to reveal the truth to the people. And that is why this
That's
program is
correct.
here. And that is why this program is also labeled What's Next? Because when we
What's
bring it to
next?
your attention, what's next? What you gonna do next? We in Edinburgh
Mm-hmm.
500 today, and we gave out PEP policies, and the people received it. Let's be real. The people
Yes,
were so amazed to receive the PEP policies, and they are saying that we are standing strong. We have.
that's
We ain't doing
right.
no Viking thing, When we doing it, when we out there, we get the information down pack. Because come
That's
election
right.
time, it's time to show the people of this country. We'll leave that so before they take it as well. They like to take pep ideas. So today, Trinidad and
True.
Tobago, myself as well as let me label Precious as this, a dynamic, a dynamic woman chairman, because she is the chairman of the women's arm of the Progressive Empowerment Party. And this is all
Yeah.
Precious here. This is all Precious. A dynamic woman that wants change in every constituency. Precious, thank you for
Yes,
being there
David.
today. Let me take you to this clip here with Precious and
Yes,
myself out on the road. And this is us working hand in hand, women and youth working hand in
that's
hand
right.
to create a better country, to develop a better Trinidad and Tobago. That is all we want. While we're
That is
pushing
it.
PEP, it
Mm-hmm.
is because we come to the realization that the only people, and I feel like a preaching, the only people
Preach it.
consistently, the people that are consistently working on your behalf is here in the
That's
party.
right.
So let me take you to Shoguanas today. This is Precious, Women's Arm, and also the Youth Arm in Shoguanas today, looking at some abandoned HDC homes. Take a look. We're out with the Women's Arm Chairman, Miss Precious, is alongside myself, Youth Arm Chairman. Precious, tell us where we're at, because we're in Shoguanas.
So we are in the land of Shoguanas right now, and we are located in Edinburgh 500, Shoguanas. Now we are going to show you during the time of 2020 August, the heat of elections, we were noticing a lot of these buildings, these houses, HGC houses were being built. Now, if you take a look, watch at grass, look at grass. Now, all this space was allotted for houses, but you ain't seeing none. They didn't finish none. Everything was just left as it is. And these here that they assume somewhat completed, No one is residing in it. Not a soul.
Now, housing is the Progressive Empowerment Party's #1 policy.
That's
It's on our
right.
manifesto. It takes top priority
Yeah.
because home ownership in this country is very important. We just came back. The reason why we're here as well is we just came back from giving out a hamper to a lady in crucial need. And
Yeah.
this, I don't know if we're playing it first or last, but whichever comes first,
Yeah.
you'll see it on the show tonight, all right? But home ownership is our #1 priority. And when we put down homes, whether it's PNM, UNC,
See.
even if PEP comes into
Exactly.
office, we must give the people the homes.
Exactly.
Let's take a
And
look.
must account for it. Must account for these homes. You trying to tell me these things are built? Look at this dilapidated state. Someone right now wish they could have got a home to live in.
Exactly. Now
They
this
would-
is just one. This is one house here out of many down the street here that we're going to take a look at. Also on the other side as well, there's a lot of homes there as well that is abandoned. This is just #1. This is a beautiful modern structure because it's very modern and it could hold a family.
Yes, that's
I
right.
don't know how many bedrooms, but it could hold a family.
Family.
And it's in a beautiful area. If we beautify this area a bit
right.
more, we just have overgrown bush, which is a health hazard as well to people living in this area.
Yes.
There's a lot of insects flying around in the air right now. So when rain falls, you can imagine how here
What
is,
is going on?
how
Exactly.
it floods. We don't know if it has snakes in there.
Anything exactly.
It's hazardous for children when they're in this area playing, and there are people living in this area. Now, believe it or not, they also have security that is guarding empty homes.
I hope
Let's
he
take a
wake
look.
up.
Let's hope he wakes up. Now, this is estate police.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Estate police and the security brother taking us sleep.
Good day, good,
Good
day.
day. How are you?
Good.
What are you employed to do, if you don't mind me? I mean, hold on. We're from the Progressive Empowerment Party also, right?
Hi.
How's things?
Everything.
I'm
Hi,
good.
hi.
Everything good?
But what are you employed to do here?
We are employed to secure all the HC houses. We are employed to take care of nobody and vandalize the houses and break, take
Yeah.
any electrical out of the houses.
So it's you're employed to look after the
Yes.
empty homes.
Yes. the
What
empty
about the
ones.
homes that have people in it?
Nah,
And just imagine that. Now, security is Trinidad and Tobago #1 priority. We know
Yeah.
crime and criminality tough
Yeah.
today. And you as a security guard employed
Yeah.
to look after the abandoned
Yes.
HDC homes
Yes.
by the government.
by the government.
So we are paying right now so that security officers in a time where crime and criminality is high in Trinidad and Tobago to not look after public safety but government
And-
interests.
That's right.
Private homes.
When they
Empty.
could have
Empty
put
private
people
homes.
in homes already. If it's finished, what else does it need to be done?
Yeah.
Put the people in the homes.
Yeah.
How many
Put
bedrooms?
them.
It's supposed to be some are 2 and some are 3.
Some are 2 and some
Some
are
are
3
three.
bedrooms. So we just went to a family that homeless, and that's why we're not homeless, but you're living
Yeah.
in a dilapidated
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
And we come in
Not
here and
only up
see.
here, because I found quite Chatham, right? Not
Okay.
only up here, but it have houses in San Fernando, like Current, you understand? It have places on Lakeview that is in Point Fortin.
Yes,
That
yes.
empty houses just there,
Just
doing
there.
nothing,
And people suffering.
and people suffering.
People,
What is the crime rate like here for some of the people?
Crime? Nobody seen about the crime?
No, but out of control.
Exactly.
Out of
That people begging
control.
for houses and things.
And if we could even look on the side,
We
look
don't
at
want
the-
to- we
the
don't want to
windows
get him
being
in trouble.
vandalized.
Yeah.
Vandalism taking place. We don't want to get him in trouble because I see his
Yes.
superiors looking.
Yes,
So if we're not
yes,
getting in
yes.
trouble,
Alright.
thank you so
All
much,
right,
right?
okay.
Thank you. I see his superiors and come looking already. I didn't want him to come and get him in trouble.
In
He-
trouble,
He
yes.
talked to us nice. He spoke
Yes,
to us
yes.
nice, right? But they are employed as security officers. They are employed right now, and this is estate police. They are employed to look after the abandoned homes right now. Abandoned homes. He just said that they are not employed to look after the people. You know.
And we want security. The people want good security. Public security is important. But yet you hiring people to see about abandoned homes. No one is in it. But yet the people on the other side that needs the security, they have none.
So
They
you
have
see our
none.
problem in Trinidad and Tobago. You all see the problem.
Exactly.
So we're gonna take a look on the other side now, because right now we counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
5.
empty, abandoned HDC homes. For those that don't know, HDC stands for Housing Development Corporation. In case you don't know, Housing Development Corporation.
Corporation, yes.
And we have abandoned 4 abandoned homes, some 3 bedrooms, some 2 bedrooms that could have fulfilled a family's life.
Thank you.
Give a family a dream, a hope, to do better in society.
Exactly.
And watch now, forest, clean up the area in the forest. You're in charge of local government, right? Instead of running down when you're to protest, so to Mama Guy, the people of Port of Spain, come
Clean
here
up.
and cut the bush.
Watch all that bush on that side. Clean up. If
But-
you put people here, you have to cut all the bush on that side.
But the PP have the policy, right?
That's right.
They'll tell you more about it.
That's
Let's
right.
go. We are here still in Shogunas, this time Edinburgh 500.
Yeah.
And right opposite, or right behind us actually, what is here, Precious?
I think this is the infamous ghost towers, because for years upon years, this has been standing like this for years. And let's not talk about how much money is just going down the drain for this scaffolding just being up there and nothing is being done. One, it didn't pass tongue and country because what? You have no elevator. So you're trying to tell me you're building something this tall and no elevator. So if there's an emergency, if there is anything at all, you're going to tell me that people are going to die, because there is no explanation to why this wasn't built properly. Who were the engineers? Who were the people responsible for this? Of course, we know the government that was, which was the PNM. However, this shouldn't be so. Why is this still standing? You know how much money, taxpayers' money, that has gone down the drain? You know how much?
I am surprised, number one, because this is her area, number one. You were telling me and telling the viewers today that this has no elevator.
None.
This
None
is 1,
whatsoever.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 stories.
Thank you.
With no elevator?
So if a fire just say to happen, what is going to happen here? People are going to die. So you're trying to tell me you build this. Who are the people responsible? Who are the people that got the money for this?
Now, this is one thing that Philip will fix.
That's right.
This is what's
One
next.
thing.
What is next with this?
That's right.
That's what we will ask. What is next for here?
this?
So, Trinidad and Tobago, we are on location. Myself, Utam, Woman's Arm, Precious. Precious is here as well. I go to say her last name, but forget that. But Precious is here as well. And we are in Edinburgh 500 today, asking the crucial question: what's next? Hey, that's an ending for everything there. What's next, boy Precious? Boy Precious, what's next?
What's next?
What's next? And when you ask who's working, you know who's working. Because we don't just bring up the issue. We went and we spoke to residents as well about that particular incident there. That housing scheme there that is still just a housing. it came in my head and I lost the word there, but it's a housing scam. That's what it is. It's a housing scam.
Correct.
It's to scam the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Exactly.
Correct. And you can't tell me there is no absolute way that they are going to try to fix that, because it's going to cost millions of dollars.
Of course it will.
Millions of taxpaying dollars to try to fix that.
Correct.
It's impossible. It cannot get approval because it just cannot work. And
Correct.
I mean, 140 million already spent. And to go about now to say we're starting back to fix and redesign, it's going to cost us a lot of money.
100%.
And the thing is, David, we just hit 2 locations. But just imagine how many empty apartments and condos and houses within that entire Edinburgh 500 development. It's very sad to know that we still have people that are homeless. We still have people who are trying to find somewhere to live, when we have the government housing that they can afford, that persons can pay a monthly installment, and they just cannot, or just have not been given the opportunity to be able to access what is rightfully theirs. I mean, honestly, it's very, very disappointing. And there is nothing that could state or try to get out of in terms of this is outright wrong. And there are a lot of accusations and a lot of things that are being said in terms of who is buying these houses for who and which government minister owned this and which government minister owned that house. But at the end of the day, it's the people that are suffering. And that's why we continue to say we are all about the people, and it's about the people's interest, and it's about having and allowing people to have a comfortable and live a comfortable life in Trinidad and Tobago. We don't want our citizens migrating. We don't want our citizens going outside to find a better life. We want to ensure we are just a dot on the map, David, as a dot. That is so impossible and so hard for us to manage properly. No, what if they are not managing our affairs? It's time for them to go and put the right people to manage our affairs so that we can live a good life. Put PEP in those seats, and we would guarantee, would show the people of Trinidad and Tobago how they can live a good life in Trinidad and Tobago.
You know, throughout the entire day, I've been hearing Precious speak, and bear in mind, I have not heard you speak on many public forums, but I must say a good night to Esther as well. Miss Esther is watching, and I must say every time the woman's chairman speak, my goodness, today in Shoguanas, and I'm not sugarcoating it, no Precious, I've been telling you this whole day, correct? Whole day.
Yes.
Precious is speaking to a lady. Because we went and highlighted issues in Chaguanas, and we obviously met with the people on the ground as well. Went to some homes and distributed some flyers and stuff, and they engaged us in a conversation, and then they engaged the women's arm in a conversation. And hearing Precious speak to these women and the families, and listen, I feel like I outside the PP and saying, let me join, let me join, let me join. Because honestly, it's so good. I mean, Satish was the one that invited me to join the Progressive Empowerment Party. But if you had come, if he had sent Precious, I would have said for sure I join in after hearing Precious speak. Honestly. And I'm not sugarcoating it there.
David, we only giving the people the facts, and we are being honest. You see, honesty and having integrity in what you do. And let me tell you, it is a job. It's a great job and a great mandate to say you are representing the people of Trinidad and Tobago in a country. And if you say you want to do that, then do it right. Don't just say you want to do it. You make people walk around with you for election time, and then you're a total disappointment because you're unable to manage and unable to do the correct thing. No, the people put you in there so that you can manage your affairs and that they know that they can live a good life, that their standard of living would be good, right? That you would improve, development would happen, innovation would happen. Proper procurement. They're looking for proper procurement to be happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's not go down the Contractors Association where the injustice and the corruption in terms of the procurement system that they have, that the government have, is ridiculous. So people want to have a good life. That is it, they just want to live comfortably and they want to have a good life and they want to have proper security. It was unbelievable that they are literally paying security millions of dollars to secure abandoned houses, or should I say houses that are brand new houses.
Brand new homes.
For who? For the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and not one citizen living in it yet.
Brand new homes that we now have to go and refurbish again.
Exactly. And David, what the guy told me when I went to give him a 21 policy, he said his supervisor stated that these houses are allocated already. Okay, but that's not the final step. The final step is seeing the people having the keys and turning the keys and entering with their family.
Exactly.
Since it was built in 2020, you trying to tell me they allocate the people, then what is wrong? Then something is wrong. Then these houses weren't built correctly. Then something wasn't passed. What is the problem? Why aren't we seeing citizens living in those houses? Why? Because, and the thing is, I was telling him, once you have people living in these houses, now you don't have, it's environmentally good because they will be able to maintain around their surroundings, cut the grass. But no, no way. You just allot house to people. You probably give a key and they can't move it.
Correct.
Then what are you actually telling me? It's just for show. It's just for show that you're giving a key out to citizens, and then what? We're still in the same position where we started. You get them on an excitement drive to know that, okay, I've received my keys. Then what is next? What is next? Stop
Nice
fooling the
question.
people. People
What's
don't want to
next?
be
Yeah.
fooled. We didn't put you in government to fool us and to pretend and to give us a set of talk. We want to see action. If you're reactive government, we don't want reactive. We want proactive action. We want proactive governance. And if we can't get that, then we are going to vote for the Progressive Empowerment
Empowerment
Party.
Party. For true,
That's
for
right.
sure. And you know, we need to action on this because we're not gonna be like the others, and we're not just gonna talk about the issue alone. Precious, what I will do and what we will work together on, and I know we haven't had a conversation about it just yet, but I'm hoping that you say yes tonight, so we can action it already. But
Yes,
we will inquire about these homes through the um, Housing Development Corporation. We'll either send in a freedom of information or send a letter to the
yes,
ministry asking about asking for an update on these homes that are today
correct.
abandoned.
Yes,
And we'll also ask about that the tower that went up that had no elevator and about 10 stories. We'll also ask about that for
yes,
Edinburgh
yes,
500,
of course.
and we'll present the citizens with something through one of our live updates once again. So that is what we will do moving forward from here.
Yes.
But when we talk about Pep working, precious, Pep does work.
Yes,
Look at this. We worked today, Trinidad and Tobago.
that's right.
We
That
were
is
working.
correct.
We were on the ground working. So many of
That is
many.
right.
And let me just say thank you first of all. Thank you so much to the Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago for allowing us to get this hamper to this family that is in need, totally in need
Yes,
in Diego Martin. So myself and Precious journeyed to Diego Martin today to a family that needed assistance. Now, I blurred out their faces because we're not doing this for publicity. We just
yes,
have something to ask for as well. So we're going to ask for some assistance for this family. Precious, you want to go?
of course. So some of the things that this family needs would be assistance with books for the 3-year-old child, also some Pampers, Teddies preferably, Teddies number 3 and Teddies number 4, and also Clem formula. Clem formula. This family needs assistance with these items. So again, assistance with books for the 3-year-old for school, Teddies, Pampers number 3 and Teddies number 4, and also Clem baby formula.
And what we're also asking, actually, I'm gonna go straight to the video. But before I go to the video, Precious, tell us how persons can get in contact with yourself if they would like to make any contributions to this family.
Sure, so they can contact me at 298-4852. That number again is 298-4852 if you would like to donate any of the following or even more. You can contact me 298-4852 and we would be welcome to receive your donation.
Or you could either go down to Grab and Go and you can drop in some of your baby formulas or anything that you'd like to contribute to this family. Just ask for Felicia Holder and tell her that you're making a donation to a family in need. Tell her that it's on behalf of Precious because I understand that Precious sent the numbers down in the office. Long story short, Precious laughing behind this. So just go down to grab and go, ask for Felicia Holder and tell her that you're giving
Yes.
this to Precious Holder. Oh, good, sorry, Precious Cruickshankk, my
Precious.
bad. You're giving a donation to Precious Cruickshankk for a family there in Diego Martin. You can also reach out to myself at 7519504. But let's get to the video. The family is asking for just a little bit extra. So let me take you to the video. If you can assist, tell us you can assist. All right, Trinidad and Tobago, David Welch, Youth Chairman for the Progressive Empowerment Party. I'm also here with the Women's Chairman of the Progressive Empowerment Party in Diego Martin, all right? Precious is here
Hi
with myself as
everyone.
well, all right? So we're asking for a couple of things. For a family that is in need right now in Diego Martin,
Yeah.
Precious is just going to tell you exactly what we need
So
so far.
good. We need assistance with school books for a 3-year-old. We also need Pampers, and we also need to provide some formula, Clim, specifically
All right,
for
and
a young 3-year-old.
the Pampers as well. We are also requesting some Pampers for the 3-year-old.
For a 3-year-old, yes, and it's Teddy's for Teddy's 3 and Teddy's 4.
All right.
Yeah.
So those things are requested. If you could provide some of those things to us, reach out to Precious.
Yeah.
Just tell them
At
your number.
298-4852.
Again, that's 298
4852.
4852. All right.
Yes.
Also, to what I'm asking for is we're trying to build a structure here for the family right now. A bathroom, a toilet area as well, right? It could be an outdoor toilet area that we are trying to build right here in Diego Martin for the family as well. And she also needs a washing machine. It doesn't have to be a brand new washing machine, as well as a Lasco fan. Those are things
Yeah.
that you requested. She has 2 children, single mother as well. 2 children, single mother here in Diego Martin. I'm gonna go through the whole story. It's definitely confidential as well. So what we're trying to do is just help her with a structure here that she already started digging, so that she could put down a toilet area and a bathroom for her young ones as well as herself. All right. So let's band together and let's get this, functional for the family. So you can contact myself as well at 282-4798 or 751-9504 if it is that you are able to assist. All right. Reach out to us. We'll get you in touch with the family so that you can hear the story and you could, pledge a contribution to also assist. All right. So David Welch, Youth Chairman, as well as the Women's Chairman for the Progressive Empowerment
Yes.
Party, right now in Diego Martin. Stay safe. Reach out to us if you can assist. Now, if you see how this lady is living, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, it is heartbreaking. Let me show you the house. This is heartbreaking. This is what she lives in at the moment. She's a single mother of 2, and
Yes, yes.
she built this for herself with family help as well. Just asked for galvanized and board. When rain falls, they are wet inside. It drips on them inside,
Yeah.
and they do not have a washroom area. In fact, they just have a little space inside that same shed, that they put a curtain. So you just pull a curtain and they go and urinate there and use the toilet there and stuff like that. So precious, precious, you went
Yes,
inside as a mother.
if anyone can assist with helping this family, it would be greatly appreciated. Greatly, greatly appreciated. She has a 3-year-old and a 10-month baby, and the assistance goes a long, long way, long way. And even though she's in this state, she is very, very willing to come on board onto the woman's arm and to volunteer her time in terms of helping other women. So with someone with that personality and with someone with that drive, I mean, if we could assist, let's reach out and try and assist this young family.
Correct, 100%. So just asking for a Lasco fan and also a washing machine. We just took one picture from inside actually, and look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we have a child living there. It's a small place. Right behind that galvanized that you see in there is where the washroom area. Or she just
Yeah.
dig dirt and cover the feces with it.
Covered.
Yeah, I don't even want to go into the personal life story. And, I know a lot of people would say, it's their fault and this and that and the other, but let's just try and assist someone that is in need, that reached out for assistance.
Yes,
If you
yeah.
reach out, it means that you want to develop and move forward in life. So let's try and give her that support. And that's all we can ask for. So, Precious, number, my number. Precious, just say your number once more.
So my
Precious.
number
Yeah.
298-4852. That number
Right.
again is 298-4852. If you would like to donate anything of such in terms of what was requested, in terms of the item, you can contact me at 298-4852. If you would like to give any monetary donations, you can also contact 298-4852, or you can head down to Victoria Foods Grab and Go, which is also our PEP headquarters, and you can meet with Miss Felicia Holder, who is our finance personnel, and you can also make that financial donation. Just itemize it's for the person in need in Diego Martin.
Yeah.
All right.
You could when you make any financial contribution, you could for itemizing sake, you can say for Precious Cruickshankk Women's Chairman. All right,
Yeah.
so that we will know what goes for this lady. So we're dedicating our time and services to this lady. All right. So that's where we leave it. It's actually after 8, after 9. I'm saying after 8,
That's
after 9.
right.
So, Precious,
That's
let me
right.
just say thank you once again for dedicating your Sunday to Trinidad and Tobago and to the
That's
Progressive
right.
Empowerment
It is
Party.
indeed a pleasure to do so,
In
because
fact, we
it's
dedicated
one
our
step
weekend.
away from having a good country once again, a better
Correct.
life in our beautiful country. So for those who have migrated, they can say, hey, I can
We
come
coming
back
back.
here. I can live back in my beautiful country of Trinidad
Exactly.
and Tobago. Yes?
Exactly. So shout outs go to the leader of the Progressive Empowerment Party as well, Philip, for really choosing some dynamic people in the PEP, boy. Jeez. You know,
Yes.
people in no way having this party just yet, they're just seeing
They don't know.
the,
They,
they're just
they
seeing a
don't.
smoke
They
screen.
don't.
So we implore you to join the Progressive Empowerment Party. Go to
Yes.
www.peptt.com and register for the Progressive Empowerment Party. Join the Progressive Empowerment Party. You can
Yes.
make financial contributions to the party. You can join the women's join the youth's also Precious, for the women's you are doing so much. You are looking to build out women's I probably will say this wrong, but you're looking to build out the women's arm into every single constituency, as far as I understand so
Constituency,
far.
correct.
Right.
Correct is
And
right. We want to build different groups within each constituency, because of course these women will bring awareness
mhm,
within their constituency of the Progressive Empowerment Party,
yeah.
and we would be doing a lot of work on the ground. All
Yeah.
right, there's a lot to be done, and we are going to get it done.
And I also understand that Precious has a food drive ongoing now in the women's arm. So if you'd like to make contributions to that, again, Precious number,
Yes.
Precious, it's
298
298.
4852.
I
Or
totally
you could
remember
also
that.
drop off any donations at our head office in Port of Spain, um, Victoria, number 14 to 17 Victoria Square, Park Street North. Or you can also drop off donations at our California office, which
Yes.
I will state on the women's that address as well. So we have 2 locations where you can drop off
Yeah.
your donations, canned food items, dry goods, or you can also call me 298-4852, and I can give you further information on where you can drop off as well.
I'll remember that number soon. 2984852. See, I remember.
Yes,
So
that's right.
support Trinidad and Tobago. I mean, you don't have to openly come and say I support the progressive, because there's a lot of people that support behind the scenes. So if you're one of those that want to support behind the scenes, support. You don't. And when I say that, but you could go directly to Precious, come here, go down to the party, or go down to the head office and make a donation, or just drop in some food items and say this is for charity, all right? So thank you so much for joining Trinidad and Tobago. Do stay safe, have an enjoyable one. I spoke and I really wish Precious was on time for the Saturday meeting, but she was there. We were there. We had a great time on Saturday. Precious did show up. Unfortunately, Precious, your speech, I did not get it because we had an internet problem. We will put Precious to speak first next time. Precious will speak first next time, all right? So let me just close off with a speech that I gave there at the Sangre Chiquito meeting, the cottage meeting there at Sangre Chiquito yesterday. And I want to encourage the people to come out to our public meetings when we have a public meeting.
That's right.
Remember to vote for the Progressive Empowerment Party because we are the only people. We are the only people standing up for the citizens of this country. Only.
That's right.
Real opposition, look us here. Philip Edward Alexander, Precious.
Look us here.
Exactly. Precious, myself, Felicia, Miss Esther, who is here. We also have Lima. We have so many people. We have Wassa Hole Fixer.
So many.
Akil. Is Akil, right? Akil, Wassa Hole Fixer.
Yes, Akil.
The fixing Wassa leaks all over the place. We have all of that taking place in the party. We have a dynamic political leader, whether you like him, you hate him, you find he too white, you find he too black. Philip is a dynamic leader that gets things done.
That's
honestly,
right.
He just gets it done. You might not like the way in which, but he gets it done.
People.
Exactly. So you do stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going to leave you with my closing speech. I do think, before we go to the closing speech, sorry, I had one more thing to show the people now. Let me show the people this. This is 28. Hold on. Don't leave yet. Precious, could you believe that everything Trinidad is being taken? Look at this. Look, Mia Motley. Look at that. Oh! Mia enjoying her doubles.
Look at that.
Mia Motley enjoying her doubles. And you have Clarence Rambarat.
And that was invented in Trinidad.
Exactly.
In Trinidad and Tobago.
Exactly.
That is our invention.
And you have Clarence Rambarat and all of them in Trinidad saying, what is so special about doubles during the COVID-19 pandemic? What's so special about doubles? Why are we running out for doubles? And this is just another case of us wasting local.
Right.
So Mia Motley, we implore you to enjoy the Caribbean cuisine, enjoy the Trinidadian cuisine, enjoy that richness and the doubles. But if you want real doubles, though, Mia Motley, I had a journey to Trinidad. You can't be eating it in Barbados. You gotta come to Trinidad. You gotta come here to Trinidad and taste the realness in doubles. So,
the real goodness,
Exactly. So Trinidad and Tobago, thank you for joining us on this episode of What's Next. So Precious, we'll see them next Wednesday. Oh God, next Wednesday we'll see you for another episode of What's Next. All right, stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago, and remember to vote for the Progressive Empowerment Party. Have a great one.
So many people fed up. They're fed up of the PNM. They're fed up of the UNC. Where to go? Where do we turn to? Philip, pull out the 21 policies. Here's it. Here's your answers. They're taking everything from this and implementing. And we want them to do that. I want them to take all the policies and implement it. And here's a good one. Here's a good one for them to take. They went and they take policies for WASA. They take policies for this and that and the other. But the only thing they leave out is public office reform. We want you to fire yourself. That's what we want you to do. We want the PNM to fire themselves. Take that policy, implement it, because right here in the PEP policy, if you go to number 15, it speaks about how you, the people, the voters, could fire them. As Philip does say, and forgive me, we had to fire them bitches. That's what we had to do. We will put the PNM out of office. The moment you elect a PEP, a Progressive Empowerment Party, is the moment that you are electing something for yourself. You're implementing change for yourself. You're ensuring that your generation to come have a better future. Because even if Trinidad and Tobago, the PEP don't stay long. Say we only stay 5 years. We only stay one thing because the people who are back the PNM. All these policies for a better quality of life will already be implemented because we come into work.
we are coming to work.